Okay, welcome back. So, a couple of observations I want to make before we get stuck in here. The first one is that if we pan to the northeast, we can see that this is actually Red's main town. We can see their sawmill there, for example, we can see their ore pit there. This was Red's main town, and it's actually been taken over by Tan. But we actually got kind of lucky because if we have a look at this again, we can see that Tan started off as castle, and Red started off as fortress. So, despite the fact there are two other castle players on the map, we're pretty lucky in that Tan has not taken over a second castle town. If that did happen, that'd be a big problem because they'd be getting potentially 4 Archangels per week, maybe more if they get an external Pool of Glory. So, hopefully Red will take that back. It's pretty lightly guarded. I'm not sure where Tan's main hero is. But if we have a look at this, we can see it's Iona. And Iona has 14 attack, 6 defense, 7 power, 4 knowledge. So, Tan is actually really scary, seems to be by far the scariest player, and I don't know exactly where they're going to attack next. But the other observation I want to make is a lot more positive, which is that, like most maps, in fact pretty much all random maps, the way to reach your opponents most easily is just to follow the paths. And starting off here it looked like a pretty normal random map, which it is, but I think something to note is that we did have a path going west and another path going east. And if we actually followed those two paths along, which we did, we found that each of those leads to a fortress town. So the one going to the east leads to this, and the one going to the west leads to this. And the reason that's good is because both of these are effectively dead ends. I'm sure you can reach them from other areas, but if you actually follow the path, which is the obvious way to attack a player, all 3 of our towns are effectively cut off from the rest of the map. The only way to get to the rest of the map, as far as I can tell, is to go through this subterranean gate, go underground, take out the orcs, maybe take out the serpent flies, and go wherever this leads. So that's probably where we ultimately go if we want to expand. But the reason this is such a positive thing is because the longer we can go without engaging the other players, the more time we have to skeleton farm. And that's kind of what I want to do in this episode. I want to do some really good skeleton farming. I want to get a third hero really going. So we've already got Galtran, of course. We've got Vidomina, who's recovered slightly from losing a lot of skeletons. I want to get Thank going next. And I think the way I want to do that is I probably want to send Than over to this town, give him some of Vidomina's skeletons, which is a bit of a risk, but I think worth it. And I'm going to send him north, take on the gnolls, take on the pixies, and just see how many skeletons we can get. However, we do, of course, have one slightly awkward thing to deal with, which is the presence of Gerd. Gerd, I think, is probably strong enough to take this town from us, and I have to decide if I'm happy to let Zai potentially be taken out. And I kind of think I am, because, yeah, level 4 Necromancer, I mean, it's not bad, pretty good skills, although learning's pretty bad. Zai's nothing special. I think, for the sake of having some kind of chance of holding on to that town, might be better off just leaving her to defend. I'd rather keep Clavius because his specialty is really nice. But yeah, I think Azelin is the obvious choice for a 4th main hero because Meteor Shower specialty is really solid. That's the obvious choice for a 3rd main hero. And yeah, Galtran I think is obviously already one of our mains and doing very well. So I'm going to send Tamika up in this direction because I really want to check out this witch hut. I want to see what we get for that. If it turns out to be Scholar, then I'm going to send Thant over to learn Scholar as soon as possible, because that's super important. Verok is going to check this out, so we can see it does keep going. It winds around to some Walking Dead, Skeleton Warriors, some Pikemen, so definitely some potential for skeletons up there, but we would have to break through lots of Lizard Warriors, which wouldn't be too nice. Let's go ahead and visit this, and we'll start coming back. Okay, so we picked up the skeletons. We're going to start bringing those back. We drop them off, we recruit the rest, and I think that's fine for now. Okay, so we'll go back to Thant, and we're just going to take these on. We're going to take these on, we're going to deliberately flee. Classic poor man's town portal. Go back to this, and we're going to put Vidomina in the town, we're going to get Thant back. We're going to take, I think, let's go with 120 skeletons, which does weaken Vidomina a lot, but I think that's okay. So Thant is going to immediately go to the north. We're going to pick up the extra knowledge, And we're going to make a push towards the knolls. Then Vidomina comes out next turn, but I think for now this is pretty much fine just about everywhere. We could go back to this and build one building. Cage of Warlords, unfortunately, is locked behind the Glyphs of Fear, which is in turn locked behind the fort. So we're going to have to go for the Blacksmith instead, I think. Just for the sake of getting a bit more gold income, which of course we don't really need, but you never know. We'll get an Artifact Merchant at some point, which we should, because we're going to be taking on a Dungeon Player at some point. We might end up wanting all that gold. So gold is not completely pointless. Okay, so with that turn being over, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens. So, one of the kind of hidden downsides of the Cartographer, okay. Blue is coming back to the north, that's interesting. And that might be Tan's main. Yeah, one of the hidden downsides of the Cartographer is we do have to watch all these turns, most of which are not too relevant, but maybe I'll cut some of that stuff out, not really sure. For now, it is interesting to see what's going on. So Tan and Orange pretty close to each other, but not actually taking each other on. Okay, so going back underground, it looks like Blue has decided to come towards this town, which is a problem for Vidomina. Is she strong enough? I think we probably have to play it safe. And come back. Give her those skeletons back. I think that's just a sensible thing to do. So she's got 110 spell points. She moves in this direction. I also forgot to actually give Thant the artifact I meant to give him, which is the Cape of Velocity, which is of course really nice. Might actually be worth keeping on Vidomina for now. Vampire's Cowl on Thant is not useless, but I kind of prefer the Cape of Velocity. I'm going to go with the Vampire's Cowl for now. And we're going to push to the south, but first... So Galthran is now free to kind of go in a different direction if he wants to. Let's go check this out. So it's basic earth magic, which is really good, but not worth sending someone all the way back for. Although I guess we could with that, but let's not bother. Azin's going to go for the sawmill. Zai appears to be safe for now. I was pretty sure Gerd was going in that direction. Blue, of course, does not currently have a town. So I can only imagine that the AI just somehow knows we weakened Vidomina and decided to come back. Which is kind of cheating, but I'd say I'm not surprised. Okay, so lots of orcs, that's probably quite doable. And I think there's such a high chance that we profit that it does just make sense to do that. Yeah, let's go for it. Gonna have to use haste, I think. But shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so 2 separate stacks. I think the cheapest way to do this is just to go for haste. Send these forward. These will await. Pretty sure they won't attack the 1 stacks, which they don't, so we do take a few losses. And splitting into 2 stacks would have been better. But we can just sacrifice a 1 stack for this. Another for this. And we'll see what we can do. So these 2 finish this off. These go for this. Okay, 14 losses, 24 back. I'm not sure that was worth using the spell points, but never mind. Do get some experience too. Okay, so Throng of Master Gremlins next. I think this is a pretty similar situation, although I imagine 2 stacks would be enough for this. Then again, 3 stacks has to be enough to take out any stack of Master Gremlins, I would think. I'm going to try 2 stacks just in case, and again, I think using haste here is fine. Okay, so 132 of them, they form in 1 big stack, okay. I could blind them. I certainly could. Is that better? Let's check the speed. So they're 5 speed, we're also 5 speed. I feel like there's a way we can make this work. I'm gonna try it. So we're gonna send everything forward. Do have to be a little bit careful with the spell points, of course, but for the sake of getting extra skeletons, I think this is fine. Okay, so we go 1, then 2, and let's see, so 46 to 132 kills, so it does make sense to surround these first. Okay, then I think we defend. See out the rest of that turn. think we put these there. Go for the proper full surround. These two wait. So as soon as we attack these, they will come to attack. So I think we actually just skip through the rest of this round, make sure the full surround is complete. Okay, the next round begins. We're going to start off by waiting. Then we attack. And hopefully they can't reach. There we go. So we send these in. Then we send these in. 2 losses, 132 kills, 62 skeletons for that. Really nice. Okay, so coming towards Gerd. There is the Shackles of War just there, which is a big risk. I probably wouldn't equip them, especially because Gerd has nowhere to run to. We should definitely take on the boars. This one shouldn't involve any spell points. Okay, so boars are faster than us, that's fine. Let's just go for a nice block across the bottom. Okay, that should work. Let's go for defense. Those guys get morale. These go for the attack. Then I think we need to go for a block. So this stack I think needs to defend. Then this stack goes for this, and that should protect us. Okay, so 3 losses, advanced logistics, and 32 skeletons. So we're now up to, let's have a look, 381 skeletons. Throng of water elementals. A little bit worried what happens if they spawn with some ice elementals, but those should be in the center. 2 stacks of 190, I think. Maybe just 1 stack's better. A Throng is a lot. It's more than 100. We could just skip the fight and go straight for Gerd. That might be better too. So we can Death Ripple this a lot. I don't know what spell she has. But yeah, I think we go to the top, because that way the dragonflies can't reach us, and we're closest to the lizards. Okay. We're gonna try this. I think 97 spell points is enough. 187 losses expected, and that's before we take into account Gerd's spells. But she does only have 4 spell points, that's great. Okay, so I think as much as I'd like to go for Meteor Shower, probably better off starting off with a few Death Ripples. So 70 points of damage each time. That's pretty solid, although I guess, just to save ourselves having to deal with this, the lizards in particular, try and kill these off. Then go for a block. Okay, we're gonna try this. Okay, so they do have the first aid tent, which is always annoying. These guys will just defend for now, and we'll let them take a couple of turns. Okay, so these guys can now move. So there are definitely still options for Meteor Shower, but I think Death Ripple will kill off the Hydras, so let's just do that. And let's wait, see if anything happens. We are forced to attack. So still to move, we've still got the Mighty Gorgons, which can't reach us. Next round, the Basilisks will come into attack, followed up by these. These can't reach us if we stay in place. So I think we're actually better off just defending. I think. So yeah, they go for that. These guys can reach us. We actually get turned to stone. Okay. I'd almost be tempted to go for something like Fireball, but I shouldn't. I think Death Ripple, the thing is, Meteor Shower is so much stronger, but with so many different stacks, let's just Death Ripple. Okay, so they're forced to break us out. We do get hit pretty hard. Can we kill these off? So they have 210 hit points. This does 300 points of damage. If we go to Ice Bolt instead, 170. 110 from Fireball, but Fireball is 12 spell points, Meteor Shower is 12 spell points. Maybe a controversial opinion, but I really think this game... I mean, I know people love it, and I do love this game, but some of the balancing decisions are just so weird. Like, we have Expert... No, we don't. Advanced Fire Magic, but even so, Fireball should not be that much weaker than Meteor Shower, it's ridiculous. Anyway, 110 points of damage, Magic Arrow is pretty good. Let's try and wait for now. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, I think we've got to kill 2 of these off. So whatever does 140 damage, or in fact, just Meteor Shower. Meteor Shower just makes way more sense. 38 losses. Lots of spell scrolls. Badge of Courage doesn't help us. 32 back. Okay, so that wasn't really bad. But it did cost us a lot of spell points, and we can't get back. Okay, we can still reach the Rung of Water Elementals. I say we just go for it. Yeah, haste should be enough. Okay, so no Ice Elementals, that's great. In that case, I think we'll move to the top. Go for a block. So in terms of spells to use, I probably could go for Meteor Shower. I'm gonna have to come back, I think. Yeah, if I just sacrifice all my spell points, that's not a massive problem. Okay, gonna move these to here. Gonna go for a kind of block. Try this. Go for the attack, we kill them off. Those move, then this stack moves next, I think. This has to be done, obviously. So in terms of a block, these guys already can't reach us. So I think we just go forward. Hold those in place. So this stack gets to move for the stack of 23. We should be good. So these guys are going to hold their position. These go for this. Kill them off. This stack can reach us, but goes for a weaker stack. This stack can't reach anyone. So this stack is going to get to move pretty soon. Which is a problem because we have no more spells to cast, and I don't think there's much we can do, but let's just attempt to block. Okay, I stand corrected, we can go for one more cast. So, should we go for haste? That's probably fine. Yeah, we'll go for haste. These will block this off, these will kill these off. And these will go for a block on this. And at this point it's pretty much just a few stacks of 2, which is fine, let's just wait. Kill these off. Then kill these. So 12 losses, 134 kills, expert logistics, 92 skeletons, so 455 skeletons, that's definitely more than enough. Okay, so thank goes back to this, we're going to get 10 extra spell points. Vidomina has to come back in this direction. It's a little bit wasteful. I guess we could take on the Dendroid soldiers. Thing is, we probably have to equip the Cape of Velocity for that, because Dendroid soldiers, of course, do match us for speed. Or in fact, they don't. They don't because of the Necklace of Swiftness. And there are so many obelisks here. We should see what we can do with that. Okay, so Vokyo, I think, has to come in this direction. We're just going to pick some things up with him. Don't really know what to do with Zai and Clavius because I was so convinced they were going to be killed. Galthran obviously can go through here. And now that we don't have to rush back to the town, which is what I thought I'd be doing with him, we could just go to the north instead. We could take on some of this stuff. So, Null Marauders. pikemen. Problem with this is the movement penalty is of course really bad. Dwarven Treasury's already been cleared out, but lots of battle dwarfs there would be okay. I think we should give that a go. We could also go south and go aggressive. Let's just check on this. So we have haste, which will increase our speed by 3. We have teleport. I feel like there's more of a reason to go south. So let's just do that. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this fight, but I think it makes sense. Let's go for it. So 58 losses expected, 3 separate stacks. Death Ripple does 45 points of damage. 45 points of damage kills just 3 orcs, so that's really quite poor. Not a lot else we can really do. We can teleport in. That's quite expensive. I'm not sure it helps us that much. Yeah, I don't think it does. Okay, we're gonna go for haste. On this stack. Please go forward. Please wait. Okay, they will go for the hasted stack. So we're going to go all the way across. We can now reach them. If we go for haste on this, it gets +3 speed, which is unfortunately not enough by the looks of it, although if we go for the middle stack, it's fine. So yeah, we haste this too. 15 to 28 kills on the top stack. Let's do it. Then we go for this, and we're going to take 1 bad hit from that big stack at the bottom. Yep. Okay, so 23 losses, 31 back. That was actually okay, but of course we did spend some spell points for that. Horde of Walking Dead should be very straightforward. Just do it. Good for XP too. 6 losses seems completely fine. We get 30 back. We can go to this. Reveals a bit more of that, and we're going to go west. So a bit of a stat boost there if we take on a Throng of Nomads, which should be completely fine. Okay, so Zion Clavius, really a bit of a dilemma. Really thought those guys were pretty screwed. We're gonna go for the City Hall here. So what can they do? So Clavius can of course go pick some gold up. I guess it makes sense if we just go west. I think we still leave Zai as the defender. In fact, Clavius makes more sense as a defender. Gonna try this. So Zai goes in. We're gonna take all the skeletons, which is risky, but like I said, I think it's really difficult for our opponents to reach us. So we should be safe to go relatively aggressive. Yeah, Clavius should be pretty safe, no one can reach us. That seems all good. End the turn there. Forgot to check on Iona. Let's just remind ourselves exactly where he is, or she. Okay, so they're in the grass terrain. Orange and teal, for some reason, refusing to attack each other. Okay, so purple breaks through to a swamp zone, but it's not one of ours, so that's fine. Okay, so Gauthran next. Let's just go straight west. Let's take this on. I think that's definitely worth doing. 44 losses expected. Usually we go for the bait, go for the block. Please defend. So our spell options could still use some improvement. I'm going to try not to use too many spell points. Okay, so options, I think haste probably has to be done. Kill these off. Then next round begins, we are now faster. So we're 8 speed, they're 7 speed. These guys I think can't reach us. This seems to be the way. So hopefully they don't get morale. No, that seems fine. Okay, next round begins. If we go for this, I think this stack can maybe reach us. I don't really want to spend any spell points though. Yeah, I feel like that stack can reach us. So it's 7 speed. At this point, I wouldn't mind using the grid. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it can definitely reach us. Do we just use more spell points? I think there's a question, is getting hit by 22 nomads that bad? And I think the answer is kind of yes. We go to this. They can't reach us. Can these reach us? Don't think so. Damn, okay, I was wrong. Alright, so about 10 extra losses. We do get basic tactics, which is really nice. I think we say yes to that. We get 40 back. 28 spell points is a bit of a problem. This guy's more of an attacker. But even so, I think defense is really useful just for spellcasting. Remember to go for experience this time. We actually unlock Nimbus, which is great because I don't have to give him any extra skeletons. He also starts off at level 5. Still planning to just use him as a scout. So this direction, not really worth going in, although Throng of Stone Golems should be fine. Check we've not blocked ourselves off. Okay, we can break straight through a horde of halberdiers. Okay, so tactics, once we get to expert tactics, it becomes very easy to go for these blocks, and it also becomes a lot easier to close down ranged opponents, but for now I think you just have to keep playing it safe, have to maximize the skeleton numbers. Because yeah, I'm pretty worried about Tan. Tan does seem pretty strong. Every skeleton counts. Go for the distraction. Ah crap, okay, distracted the wrong stack. Gonna try and avoid using spell points. Okay, so at this point, I think we just finish them off. Go 1, go 2, and that does work out perfectly. Okay, so 24 extra skeletons, we're now up to, let's have a look. 408 skeletons, so we've recovered a lot of our losses, and for now, this little area is pretty clear. Okay, so Tamika could go and claim some stuff. I guess we could go for the water wheel, but I think she also should go through. Just join in with this. Let's see what this is for now, so it looks pretty safe. So that goes west. Picks this up. Yeah, another thing that's really lucky is this one-way monolith leading to this. That should have been a way in to attack us. Or at least a way out to attack someone else. Still, it could have gone a lot worse, so got pretty lucky with that. Okay, so Thant has all his spell points back. Vidomina is going to go to pick this up. Gonna unequip it for now, just in case, which it's not equipped, so that's fine. We don't need 3 view air. What else could we do? Pretty sure I already have this stuff. Okay, so we're going to move up in this direction. We're going to jump onto this just as a way of getting through, and I hope we still have enough movement points. Pretty sure we do. Yeah, this should be fine. So 449 skeletons. We could just go for haste. We could also maybe go for the Cyclops stockpile, but I think that's really unlikely to be profitable. Okay, 63 of these. They do form in lots of different stacks. So there's definitely an argument for going for... we didn't equip slow. There's an argument for Death Ripple. Do that a few times. That would work really well. Although Meteor Shower, as always, could also be really good. Do we start off with a mass haste? I think we do. So I think these guys will just about put themselves in range. Let's have a look. Of course, if anyone gets morale, that works too. Okay, that's perfect. So these will all defend. These go for this. Kill them off. Then we come back. Okay, so hopefully no morale, but our big stack is safe. So we're going to use these as a distraction. These also. In fact, I think we can pretty much do that with everyone. Let's see what happens. So that stack gets distracted. If one of these two stacks gets morale, that could be a problem, but distraction does appear to work. So this defends, this defends, this defends. These kill these. Then we wait. This stack has to pull back. Okay, so no morale. Go for distraction. And this too. And this too. Okay, so we have to move just out of range of these. We're going to go to here. These go to here. These go to here, which might be a little bit too far, but that's fine. These pull up to the top, and... okay, distraction, not completely successful, but they don't get morale. So we're fine. Let's kill off the biggest stack we can. Ah, crap. Okay, press the wrong button. Got a bit too excited with my waiting, and now we're gonna get hit. Yeah, one misclick cost us quite a few skeletons. Okay, 29 losses, 45 back, worth it just for the experience. We can still get back to the town, so that's perfect. Let's move up in this direction. Let's pick up the Cape of Velocity. Other stuff, I guess. We could take some of these spells just in case. So, does Vidomina have teleport naturally? I think she does. Pretty sure she does. So let's take that. Than. Although Than, I think, got it from this town too, right? I don't remember. Yeah, Than already has it, so teleport scroll pretty useless. Than also needs the units, of course, so I think we're going to take 150. Should be enough. Then we go back up in this direction once again. Vidomina goes back to the town, gets her spell points back. Aizen picks this up. And we're gonna start coming back, I think. There's some stuff there we could pick up if we take on the goblins. But yeah, this swamp terrain is just way too bad. Have to come back. Okay, back to this. Resource silo, I think, is probably fine because this town's really safe. And we can always trade that stuff later on. And that all seems fine for now. Let's end the turn. We got to look at Iona again. That looked a bit bad, but I think it was again not the swamp we use. Red has to try and get their town back. Tan, I think if that is Iona, just got a bunch of free angels, which is really concerning. Yeah, I think Tan's gonna be the big boss. The rest of these players don't seem as bad. Let's have a look. So yeah, it's Iona. Iona has several angels, several archangels. These several angels are going to join the several archangels to be a pack of archangels. We're not ready for that. Not yet. We need to get stronger really fast. Okay, so Gathran already went in this direction, so I don't think we bother with the Throng of Stone Golems, although we could. Let's see what he finds for now. Let's go for Advanced Wisdom, so we can get Meteor Shower. And there is stuff to the north, but I'm more curious about the path. Let's break through these. So a few losses expected. We do of course have tactics. So we can just go for a nice block. Make sure these can't reach us. I'm not sure why these came straight forward. Could go for haste. Yeah, haste might be good. Okay, forced to move forward. Let's just go for these, kill them off. Oh crap, wrong stack. Kill them off. Okay, they're still faster than us, so they managed to dispel us. I thought we'd be faster. Okay, in that case, let's just Magic Arrow and kill these off. Alright, 16 losses, 22 back. Important thing is we have opened this up. So we're going to send Hamika up to this, see what we get. Scales of the Greater Basilisk, this gives us +3 spell power, so we're going to pass that straight across to Galthran. Technically it doesn't really matter if we go for the Warrior's Tomb with Galthran, of course, because we don't get affected by morale. Okay, Horde of Wolf Riders. Gotta be done. Crap, I meant to rearrange before that fight, so I ended up reacting pretty badly. Okay, so a Horde of Silver Pegasi. This is not a particularly straightforward fight. But I think for the sake of breaking through, let's just do it. So tactics will make this easier for us. A situation like this is a situation where it'd be really nice to have Meteor Shower. So haste definitely doesn't make us fast enough. Shield, I guess, is probably the best thing we can do. Most of these spells just won't do enough damage. Okay, so they choose not to attack the big stack, which is obviously completely fine. They will attack us this round, for sure. So things we can go for, we know that this stack moves first, followed by this stack. So third stack to move is the one at the back. The one at the back gets to hit us for free. Spells do cost more, because they're Silver Pegasi. Still, 120 points of damage, I think we just do it. Then we kill these. These attack us, we kill them off. Should we use the last Magic Arrow? I think probably not. More useful to save that for haste or something. So 38 losses, 30 back, that's not so bad. Okay, a bit of a sloppy turn with Galthran, but we have opened up quite a lot of space. Let's go and probe a little bit further. So, pack of Bone Dragons. Oh yeah, I should address, by the way, for the 1 or 2 comments I got saying I can use Bone Dragons because they are skeletons. Technically yes, but this is supposed to be a challenge video, so I think it's fairly obvious why I'm not going to do that. Okay, Than will get to move next. Let's break some of this stuff open. The Throng of Gnolls, that should be fine, let's go for it. 55 losses expected. This one should be relatively okay, especially with the Cape of Velocity. let them move first. Let's check these can't reach us, which of course they can't. Okay, these go forward. Next round begins, every stack waits with the exception of this stack, which goes for the kill. These guys go for the bait, we just pull back. Okay, I think we do bait one stack in, so we're going to move these up to here. And then hopefully they'll still go for us if we move up to here. I'm not sure this works, but we're gonna see. We just wait with all these stacks. That stack goes for that. Other two stacks don't come close. Okay, that doesn't work. I thought one of them would go for this stack just here. Kind of unfortunate. Okay, so let's go up to here. Then these two stacks wait. These come closer, they don't get morale, which is great. Now we just defend. These will kill the fastest stack. This guy's pretty much trapped. All these in place. Okay, not perfect. Hard to get away from some of these. I think we go to here. Okay, now all three stacks wait. These guys come closer, they can't reach us. These two defend, these kill this. These two defend, and these kill this. 4 losses, 28 gains, and we can now go to the east. So we can see a horde of wolf riders, a throng of pixies, have managed to save all of our spell points. I think wolf riders probably better as a first target. They do spawn with some wolf raiders. They don't get morale, so that's fine. Go for our usual bait. Do get morale. Go for the block. Okay, this stack moves first, this stack moves next, so these guys just defend. These can kill these off. And after that, these two stacks can reach us. So it might be time. We can go for blind. Is that the best choice? I think so. We'll see. Okay, they get morale anyway, so that doesn't work. Alright, 13 losses. We do get... Ooh, Scholar. Okay, that's what we really need. That's such a big deal, because if we can get that to advanced level, we can start passing Animate Dead around, and at that point, even the guy with the Archangels is so much less scary. That's really good news. That couldn't have gone much better. I did want to go for advanced Necromancy, but I have to remember why we got that in the first place. And I can see a shrine to the south, but we might not really need those anymore. Okay, we've got our nice speedy skeletons. We can just get a bit closer. That was probably too close. No, it's fine. Just gonna spread out. Hope they chase us. Okay, so they do come to chase, but not really the stacks I aimed for. Still, this is pretty easy to resolve. I think we just form a barrier there, pull these off. Can these reach us? No, so we defend. This is one of those situations where I could save the individual skeletons, but there's really no point. Oh, they survived, okay. Seems to be a very low roll. There we go, 2 losses, basic wisdom. Surprised we get animate dead without wisdom, but yeah. This does slow down our scholar acquisition. But I do actually want to use Than as a proper hero too, so that's fine. If we go south, we can take on the lots of Gogs, which wouldn't be too bad. Let's just check. We do have haste. I mean, it doesn't really matter because the whole point of going for these is for animate dead, but I still kind of want to unlock that. Okay, Aeslin next is just going to return to the path. Then Nimbus, I think, can go for this. We'll push up to the north. Zai's going to join us. Yeah, just to confirm, this guy cannot reach us. Which is just as well because he's pretty scary. Okay, so Zai is going to come up in this direction. We could actually do some farming with Zai. That would be fine. But no, we're going to use Zai as a scout for now. Okay, so then we move across to Vidomina, who does have 319 skeletons, which is plenty. Should be enough to take on just about anything. I think we're going to go to the east. Take on the Pit Lords, perhaps. It's not the nicest of fights. And it doesn't actually get us too much. We just go straight south instead. Horde of Null Marauders. Serpent Flies. And then we get back towards this zone. Which would be a lot of skeletons. And I guess if we're focused purely on skeletons, that's the thing to do. Because at some point, we can get Thamp back. We can get Thamp back with Advanced Scholar. Give Vidomina animate dead. And she's pretty much unstoppable. Not literally unstoppable, of course. There's still some big challenges to come, but starting to feel a lot more optimistic about this. Okay, so lots of Wood Elves, not a nice fight, but I think we just try and scare them off, and that's all our heroes as far moved as possible. There is a temptation to go for the fort, just to get the Cage of Warlords, but that seems kind of overkill. Let's end the turn. Okay, nothing really of note in that end turn. I think I'll probably edit that out, but just to note, Iona did go underground somewhere. Where was it? Iona went to the west and went underground, I think, just here. So Iona is now underground, but right on the other side of the map, so that's fine. Okay, so first hero we're going to go to, I guess we can go to Thant first. That should be fine. Let's go for this. Unfortunately, they do want to take us on. So if we go for haste, we can still follow it up with animate dead. That might be the thing to do. Gog swipe us out. That's fine. Alright, we can rush straight forward. We probably don't need to go for animate dead, because the losses aren't that bad. Then again, we are going to take 2 hits. Let's see. Yeah, I guess animate dead could make sense. Okay, we're gonna do it. So that gets us 26 extra skeletons. I think that's probably worth doing. Advanced air magic. Again, this does slow down our scholar, but I think we do have some time. And this is landmine, which is not worth coming for. Okay, so there's still more we can do. Stronger skeleton warriors should be fine. We are of course faster, thanks to our cape velocity. And we do just need to level this guy up. This is not just about skeletons. I want to get as much experience as possible. Okay, these go for distraction. These defend. These move up. These kill these. And let's just move slightly further away. Okay, these two are going to distract. These go to safety. Okay, distraction completely fails on that end. Still, we can pull these two stacks away. Okay, we're gonna move... There's no SA from this stack of 28. I think we go down. And if we get hit, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, a bit of a fail. Okay, fine. 23 losses, 20 back, not the best. Go for this for the extra defense. That's still getting pretty good. Then we go for this. 43. In one big stack, that's fine. These go forward. These come a bit closer. Let's see, 10 to 30 kills, that's not enough. We need to move slightly further back. These two. No, I've done this wrong. Go further back. I'm getting a bit sloppy here, but as long as we don't take extra losses, it's fine. Yeah, the problem with this is these guys keep getting the final turn. So we move these up to here. I think we sacrifice a one stack at this point. Not because we need to, but because it just makes this simpler. So we just do that. Then we wait. These guys come in. These absorb the retail. These defend. These go for this. Then we defend. Then we go for this. 7 losses, that's fine. Okay, so basic pathfinding... I mean, I know I'm really slowing down the Scholar, but there's so much swamp that I actually think pathfinding is worth having. And we get Scuttleboat for that, which is pointless, but lots of extra skeletons is not bad. Or at least a few extra skeletons. Still need to get that Necromancy skill up. Okay, let's go to Vidomina next. So these elves I'm hoping we can just scare off, which we can. Do we want to chase them down? I think we don't. We do want to go for these. Horde of normal orders, very straightforward. No need to take any losses. Go for distraction. These two come down. Okay, distraction once again a little bit too successful. Actually, that could be fine because I think this stack still goes to the left. No, it doesn't. Okay, that keeps going wrong. still need to master the art of kiting. Let's try this. Nope, they're still gonna both go for it. Still, it's a bit of a separation. So this stack moves next. Let's go right to the corner. Those kill us off, then the stack of 17 comes closer. That's the best we can do. Okay, we kill these off. These stand aside. These go for this. Then those can reach us because they do match us for speed. Not too much we can do about that unless we spend spell points. Okay, so we're back up to 350 skeletons. So how many skeletons do we have in total at this point? Let's have a quick look. So this guy has 400. This guy has, let's say, 200, so that's 600. And Vidomina has 350. So we're pretty close to the 1000 mark. Still in month 2. If we go south, the fights do look a bit easier. There are some pikemen to the east. On the other hand, if we go south, there's not really too much there. If we go east, we have to take on lots of power liches though, which is obviously a bit of a deciding factor. Lots of serpent flies should be easy for us at this point. Let's break through those. They don't want to fight us. I think we do have to go for this. They do form as one big stack. Okay, so we go for a block, then we defend, they go for that. I think we just let them do that. Bring these closer. They come in, they go for that attack, that's fine. We move these across. 9 to 27 kills. I thought we'd be better off. I'm still gonna go for this. I don't want to spend spell points on this. So 6 losses, 19 back. Bear in mind, once again, every time we level up, our Necromancy gets even stronger. The percentage gets even higher. We're in a really strong position. And we can just move towards this. A throng of gremlins should be completely fine. Very confident these will form as one stack. They're not completely confident, so we're going to go for 2 stacks. Then we go for this. They don't want to fight us, we're going to chase them down. 144. They actually form as 3 stacks, I'm kind of surprised. Thought they'd consider us far too strong. So they're 4 speed, which means we can go for this kind of half safely. Okay, now we wait. They do get morale, so that's a few unfortunate losses. Not much we can do about that though. So 144 down, 69 skeletons for that. Those types of fights are just so good. And we get animate dead, there it is. So we don't even need Scholar. So, vindicated in picking up all these skills. These are useful skills. I'm glad we went for those. So Vidomina does now have Animate Dead, and she keeps it very simple. So she's looking really strong, and we can continue to go even further. So a Horde of Halberdiers. Similar thing again. Easily done. And I will acknowledge, by the way, I do know these fights are very samey, but this is of course a challenge playthrough, which means we do have to be a little bit sensible. Can't always be lazy. Like, it's actually a privilege to be taking these fights, because by this stage of the game, we could just be stuck fighting enemy heroes. Which, as you can probably imagine, would not be good for us, because if we were having to fight other players right now... Ah, crap, shouldn't have done that. If we were having to fight other players right now, we would have had a much harder time getting Animate dead. And able to fully focus on getting stronger. Okay, I can't really go for a full block, so I think best thing I can do is try and bait them in. Okay, they go for that. Okay, 14 losses, 57 back. We go for some more experience, and we could probably even take on the orcs, or at least scare them off. So that's Vidomina's turn spent. So this is the thing. We are getting so much stronger with every individual turn. Let's just go for this, and let's explore to the north. I'm pretty sure this has already been visited, so I'm not going to bother with that. Let's claim this. Let me go for this. Nimbus will scout this out, so there's a Dragon Utopia, and there's actually a Conflux Town. Which we should, of course, claim. But that's actually a good sign, because that means this is officially a zone. And it's a completely unexplored zone. I think if anything, Zai should go for that. Take all the skeletons. It's actually not really worth Gauthran's time. I'm just gonna say yes to that. Advanced Wisdom's good, 5 skeletons back, that's not so good. So this thing does come with, I believe, artifact merchants. So for that we need the marketplace. Do we go straight for that, or do we go tavern first? I think we don't need a tavern. Mage Guild is tempting, we can go all the way to level 5 Mage Guild, so this is actually a really nice place to have. I was thinking Conflux, it's not too great, it's not too useful, but Magic University's good, Mage Guild is good, Artifact Merchant's good. Lots of good options. But yeah, we're gonna go Marketplace first. And we're gonna bring the skeletons back. Gauthran's gonna pick this up. So the Surcoat of Counterpoise, let's have a look. That's plus 10% magic resistance. It's not bad. Take our skeletons back. Okay, so this fight, a throng of skeleton warriors. Let's go for it. This should be a lot of skeletons. They do form as 3 separate stacks. I wish I had gone for 2 stacks of my own, but never mind. Okay, more trial and error with the baiting, I think. We'll see how it goes. Let's throw these in. I think if we just draw them towards us, that just makes things so much simpler. Okay, they go for that. Now we bring these up to the top. Stack of 47 has to come towards us anyway, so let's pull back. They do come towards us, but not far enough. Okay, in that case, let's use these as a distraction. These will wait. These defend, these kill these off. These defend. The next round begins. I think we just wait. Those come closer. Okay, so if we go for this, their stack does get to move next. So I think maybe we haste. Just keeps it simple. So 54 skeletons for that, that's really nice. Do we go back for our spell points? Of course, we have already built this turn, so I think we just have to push on. Lots of serpent flies shouldn't be too bad. Okay, 15 losses. This is the kind of fight where I'm just going to say yes. And we can keep going north. So, a horde of horned demons, that does give us a bit of extra attack. But let's follow the path for now. Shouldn't overextend. Have to be a bit careful. This feels a bit explored to me. Possibly an unclaimed bit of sulfur. Okay, I'm beginning to get a bit concerned. I think the thing that reassures me is there is an Altar of Thought. There's an Earth Elemental Conflux. So that suggests we're still in the Conflux Zone. Probably relatively safe. Okay, Tamaka is also going to help scout, but let's actually pick up some resources too. Let's see if we can find out a bit more. Okay, does Galthran keep pushing, or should we go for some more skeletons? I think, objectively, the right decision is to go for more skeletons. Okay, so Nimbus can maybe transport some artifacts. Is there more we can do with this? Not really. I think Sai has to move up too. Okay, let's end the turn. Okay, next turn begins. Didn't really see anything that concerned me. There's nothing I can see that was going on in our current zone. Let's push out west. Okay, we can see a monolith there, which is a way an opponent could potentially get in. Is that? No, it's not this one. I had seen this one before. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure we know where that goes. So have to be a bit careful. We shouldn't overextend. We should, I think, start focusing once again on getting more skeletons. We can still go aggressive, I think. I think Galthran is strong enough to win some fights. But I think also the right decision is, of course, to keep getting stronger. Okay, we're going to move slightly south. I think the lots of dragonflies we're not necessarily strong enough for. There is a Charm of Mana there, which I keep mistaking for the Necklace of Swiftness, but that's not what that is. We can sneak past. Okay, so the Pendant of Holiness, not too useful, but we can go for some extra magic. We can go for the Throng of Centaurs, which should be completely safe. I'm going to actually go to Vidomina first. I think we just scare these off. 466 skeletons you'd think would be enough. Okay, we don't want to chase these down. So, Legs of Legion will get us some extra skeletons if we can be bothered. These fights are relatively straightforward. Yeah, Throng of Dwarves. A little bit worried about the Harpy Hags, but I think with mass haste we should be fine. We're going to do just a little bit more skeleton farming, and then we've kind of done a full loop. So we have to make a decision about whether we want to try and carry on skeleton farming even more. Which, to be honest, I would really enjoy doing, but I'm conscious I do have an audience, and we should probably do something that involves a bit more action. Still, the map has really blessed us. It's hard not to take advantage. Let's just check we can do this. Might have done this wrong. Okay, gonna go for bait. Let's see if this works. No, it does work. Okay, we're fine. Gonna try and save our spell points. Although, to be honest, we do have the ability to regenerate some of our magic points, spell points even. So probably would have been fine, but yeah. These guys can't reach us. These will bait this stack in. These go for this. These wait. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't quite work. I think we go for haste. Because yeah, we will get those spell points back. Then we can just go for this. Keep it nice and simple. Kill these off. 3 losses. Expert Fire Magic. Navigation is completely pointless. 92 skeletons for that. So we're up to 555. Throng of Dwarves. Similar situation. So there are 110 in total in 2 separate stacks. I'm hoping a stack of 275 skeletons will be enough for this. Okay, they do get morale. Let's have a look. 16 to 49 kills. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. Gonna have to pull back. Okay, let's see how this goes. So, next round begins. We are going to absorb the retaliation from this. Then the rest of our stacks will wait. Then we go triple defense. We attack this. Finish them off. Move these further down. These two. Then we wait. They go for that stack. We defend. Could just sacrifice a one stack here just to simplify things a bit. That's probably fine. I blocked myself off. Fine, we'll go for the haste. Don't mind using the spell points too much. 82 more skeletons. So these guys I think will form a maximum of 3 stacks, so let's go with 3 really strong stacks. A little bit of fodder. 74 of them. They form as just one big stack. Okay. Let's go for the haste. Then let's wait. They come forward. So can we reach? Yes we can. So we go for this for sure. Please move across. This should be very straightforward. So this is just pure skeleton farming at this point. Really easily done. Another 55 skeletons. Then we have lots of dendroid guards. There are 2 stacks of 300. So 29 of these in total. This is mostly about the experience because we don't really gain too much from this. Okay, these can't reach, so I think we pull slightly back. We'll sacrifice that one stack just to keep things nice and simple. These will go for this. Then we go for this. Don't quite kill them off. Move a little bit closer. Can just go for this, I think it's fine. Okay, we do take a few extra losses as a result of that, but 11 losses in total, 21 back, so we still gain a profit of skeletons. We get lots of experience, so we are up to level 17. If we can get back to this base, we can go for the Library of Enlightenment. The alternative, of course, is we continue to expand in a different direction. Okay, I'm going to go to Galthran first. I think I will take on... We'll take on the Raiders. 2 stacks should be easily enough. Just gonna say yes to this because I'm going to try and speed things up. Such is my level of confidence. 3 losses. Expert Wisdom, certainly tempting, but Expert Haste on this guy would be really nice. So 21 skeletons from that. Is there much worth going for down there? I guess there is. In a way, it might make more sense to go through the Monolith, just so we can take these 2 fights on the way. Okay, let's go to Zai first. And let's scout a bit to the east. So we can see a throng of Wolf Raiders, and that is just a zonal block. I think, again, you could maybe sneak past, although I guess not. Pack of Storm Elementals for a bit of extra stats. Let's go across to this. Let's go for the Artifact Merchants. Put Nimbus in. So the options we have available to us, another Vampire's Cowl, that has to be done of course. The Amulet of the Undertaker, just to reiterate, this is a challenge playthrough, we're not going for the Cloak of the Undead King, but of course 2 really nice artifacts to have there. Orb of Tempestuous Fire could be good, but not just yet. Okay, so we obviously trade for this, we obviously trade for this. and we need to get these up to Galthran. But yeah, we're getting stronger and stronger. Really feeling extremely confident after this part, an extremely successful part of skeleton farming, and I think in the next episode, we will be in a good position to start going aggressive against our opponents. But yeah, that is part 3. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Do check the players link in the description for any further parts, and I'll see you in part 4.